Hello and welcome to the Storytelling for the Soul podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Kanata, and this is the place we talk about all things expressive writing and other creative techniques, all with a little bit of Buffy the Vampire Slayer thrown in. Buckle up and enjoy. What is your relationship with uncertainty? In this week's episode, I'd love to open by asking that question. And if you've got a few seconds, just stop the audio and consider the answer to the question. Now, I ask this from personal experience because after much reflection over the last month or so, I've realized that I have a challenging relationship with uncertainty. I am someone who enjoys knowing how things are likely to be. And when I am placed in an uncertain environment, I notice that I start feeling anxious and tense, and the what ifs basically commence. Now, this is obviously not an ideal way to operate in this world because, yes, when it comes to certain things, they can be predictable to a certain extent, but there is always an element of uncertainty. And when I think about the most important things in life, uncertainty are really at the core of those things. And what I mean by that are things like health. There's just our mortality. There are just so many things that we can't really have 100% certainty over the way things are going to play out. So for me, what I've been challenging myself to do is to recognize uncertainty in my day-to-day and to actually say yes to more opportunities to place myself in uncertain environments. I mean, to a certain extent, I'm not trying to pick the most dangerous or fear-inducing events and scenarios for myself and challenging myself to endure that. That's not what it's about. I just really want to be more open to uncertainty because the reality is when we close off to any experience in life, we're doing just that. We're closing off. And when you close off to things and you're not open and you're not curious, you do tend to miss out on experiences and opportunities. So that's a little mini challenge that I have given myself recently. And the more that I engage in uncertain scenarios and events willingly, the more that I hope I will feel some kind of sense of comfort with not knowing. And when I say comfort, I think what I'm really talking about is acceptance, because at a cognitive level, I understand that there are so many things in life that are uncertain and I just have to deal with that and accept that. But there's a part of me that always wants to know, that always wants to push to be sure, that would rather, if I'm honest with you, not be uncertain and have 100% certainty over everything that I'm doing and everything that I'm engaging in. And to be honest with you, it's a really limiting way to live because it pops up for me in silly ways, but just the most random ways where if I want to go to a workshop or something along those lines, I'm thinking about the space. Am I going to have enough personal space? If I want to leave, am I going to be able to just get up and go without causing a scene? Like I said, it pops up for me in really trivial scenarios and moments and possibilities, but it's just something that I don't feel I want to accept for myself and live with. And now is the time for me to prioritize change in that area. And what I like about it is that who knows what this new way of being will mean for me. Maybe I'll meet some new people, maybe I'll make some new friends, maybe I'll just find myself living life in a much calmer state. So again, I'm going to pose the same question to you. What is your relationship with uncertainty? I'm going to leave it there, short and sharp this week. I will be back next week with a new episode. Have a wonderful week ahead whenever you are listening to this.